We do have a quorum now. If everyone would look over the minutes from the past meeting, I wasn't here, but just if you would review it, if it's, say if there's any additions or corrections needs to be made to the minutes. If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes. I appreciate Mary Ann sitting in that night at that night and chairing it because I couldn't make it that night. Mr. Harsh.
Move to approve the minutes as read.
I got a motion to approve. I have a second. Second by Mary Ann. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carried. All right, the next thing on our agenda is insurance broker recommendation. I think each member here has filled out the score sheets that we've got to fill out, all but Lonnie. If you would, we'll give you a few minutes, Lonnie, if you want to fill yours out. Is anything, was they going to do any talking tonight or presentations? I mean, they've done talk.
Better follow my own advice and turn it on. They all did a presentation at the last meeting, but I'm sure if you wanted to ask them a question or something, again, I don't want to speak for them, but I'm sure if you had any questions, they could answer those.
Does any of the members here got any questions for we got somebody from each group here, Sequoia, 5 Points, and benefits. I guess after we get his score total, we'll go over, I mean, we score the totals and I guess we'll make a recommendation from the highest score here. What about the two members that's not present tonight? Do we wait and count their scores?
I don't have their score sheets. Again, we were going to do it on January 6th, but of course we had the snow and everything. But you've got a quorum, you've got enough to conduct business. So if you want to go ahead and do it now, I would certainly appreciate it. We're going into budget season and we need to get this in place.
So we do have a quorum, and we just like one more score sheet here, and I've done added them up all but his, so we'll know here shortly how the scores turned out. I will go over the score sheet that we got here for evaluation. The first one was quality of broker response. You get up to 10 points, had each group listed here. The next one was proposed approach and plan to support Hartsville-Charleston County, up to 15 points. The next one was quality of services, experience of firm and staff. You get up to 15 points. The next one, comprehensiveness of services offered, get up to 20 points. Next one was fees and cost. You get up to 20 points. The next one was broker and company references. You get up to 10 points. Then the last one was location of company. You could get up to 10 points. That's how these score sheets, that's what we're basing our scores off of.
I'd just like to say that I appreciate y'all coming and being patient with us. I know y'all came, I think 2, maybe 3 times and spoke, and I really appreciate it. And it was hard for me to make my choice. You know, each one of y'all did a really good job, so we appreciate that.
I would certainly second that as well.
I'm sorry I couldn't be at the January meeting, but I just couldn't make it that night. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have each of you's put in a good proposal and a good deal that would help the county, I think. I've got the totals. You think we just need to go over each one or give one who just got the highest score? How do we need to?
When we do them at the administration building, we just say what the score for each of them was and then say who was, then just say formally who was the, I guess, winner, lack of a better term.
All right, I've got the totals from the ones that's here. Sequoia, I've got a total of 451. 5 points, 464. Benefits Blueprint 385. So it looks like the one that's got the highest score is 5 points with 464. It looks like 5 points would be the one that'd be awarded the deal. Has anybody else got any comments they'd like to make?
I just want to thank all three groups for putting in for this. I think we could have had a good decision whichever way it went. And again, I want to thank all of you for your submission and for coming out to all the meetings and speaking and answering any questions that's available. And there will be another point in the future where we'll be doing this again. So please look at it. So please consider doing business with Trousdale County again. And like I said, I just want to appreciate how all three groups worked with my office. It's greatly appreciated. You're all very professional. And again, thank you all very much.
Next thing on our agenda is other discussions. Anything else need to be brought up tonight, Mayor?
Just we'll work with now it'd be 5 points. We'll work with them as certainly as we're moving through the budget to look at our insurance package. And I know all of you are very familiar with the compensation study we had done that kind of generated this need for a health insurance broker. We will be looking at it as we go forward because one of the places they said we were lacking a little bit in comparison to other county and city governments was in the family coverage side for health insurance. So we will certainly be looking at it as we go forward. Hopefully we'll be able to find maybe a better package for our county employees to make that a little bit more attractive to work here and provide them a little bit better coverage. So that will be part as we go forward for the budgeting process. I don't know that we'll need to have another meeting of the insurance committee because it'll kind of be, hate to say it'll be what it is, but I'm sure they'll present some, maybe some, and that is something maybe I'll have to ask Mr. Dozier since he's here. as we go forward on this, do you think there'll be need to be another meeting of the committee as far as picking an option, or would it be pretty plain as to what's the route to go? And if you could come to the microphone, that way we got that recorded. I get jumped on if I don't have people speaking to the microphone.
Absolutely. One of the questions in the last meeting was whether or not the committee, again, or even the employees themselves would vote on that. That really is at y'all's discretion. Sometimes when we go out, we shop the insurance, we put all the spreadsheets together, and compare the best options. We always bring those options at least back to the administration. So the mayor, sometimes there's a small group there, but if y'all would like to be a part of that process as well, where we present what we believe to be the best options for you, then we absolutely can come back and do that. So if y'all are looking for me to say yes or no, let me know. I'm kind of still leaving it up to y'all because, again, some people choose to go back through the insurance committee. Other folks, once they've selected a good qualified broker, leave that in the hands of the broker and the administration to take it through the finish line.
So I'll leave it up to the committee to decide if you would like for me to be in contact with the chair, Mr. Gregory. It may be that they look at it and there's one just, it's clearly obvious which way to go. Or it may be that, you've got some choice to be made. If it's okay with the committee, I'll be in communication with Mr. Gregory. And if he feels there's a need to have a meeting, he'll call one, if that's acceptable to the committee.
I need to put that in the form of a motion, or I think that's pretty acceptable to all of us. I mean, that's.
Well, I would just, excuse me. I just got this cough I can't get over. It is not COVID, by the way. But I just say, I would leave it up if there's the committee members, if you want to vote on it, you can. If you just want to give your thoughts on it, I think that'll be more than sufficient. Either way, whether you vote on it or not, I'm still going to be in contact with Mr. Gregory. And if we feel there's a need to call it, we'll call one. But like I said, there may be just one glaringly obvious way to go. And then I'll leave it up to Mr. Gregory if there's going to be a meeting or not.
I'm very comfortable with that. I think y'all, administration, you can handle most of it. I mean, if it is a need, you can get in touch with us, but I think y'all can handle that. That's all I've got on the agenda is any public comment. Anybody in the public, any comment? That's all I've got. Would you?
Since I'm here, I have, obviously, we're very excited to have the chance to work with y'all. I appreciate the transparency in the process that you went through with the RFP and the scoring. And again, I'm just excited to have the chance to work with y'all. And I want to let y'all know I appreciate you too.
I do hope we can come up with some better, I mean, our employees or their health insurance is their big, I mean, is one of the biggest things we need to try to get fixed here in this county for, especially the family plans and stuff.
Well, I can promise y'all I will leave no stone unturned. The spreadsheets, and this was discussed in, the presentation and even in the RFP, but of course, with y'all, you're currently on the state health plan. So we'll take those plans that the folks are participating in and spreadsheet those. We'll get the claims data. We'll get all the information that's needed. And we'll go out to the market and shop various different plans that we believe could be better benefits at a better cost. And then we'll kind of whittle those down and ultimately make a decision. So we will take most of the work off of y'all's shoulders and bring you the condensed version.
That's all I got. I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming. I hear a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Got a second from Mr. Taylor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.